Greetings from the Oracle of the Rushing Winds. We do have a quiet, active weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your Oracle of Swords with your daily for Saturn's Day. Give us this day our daily for the 17th of Saturday. I got a little ahead of myself there, right? Born on a Saturn's Day. All right then. Sturdy. Stellar. As always, I am ever so grateful to connect once again. I ask that our guides of the highest, most brilliant divine white light to protect us, guide us, as I interpret, as I channel. Thank you so much for allowing me to receive these beautiful downloads for you, collective. Come out of the blue light, friend. You're a friend I like to meet, right? Thank you so much for being here. All right, cool. World peace and flexibility, belief. There's a lot to say about intuition. Thank you for that little blip, right, from the wow. And now, collective, take a deep breath. You are maybe perhaps Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, maybe your moon in Pisces, Virgo, Gemini. Collective, take a break and just take a deep breath. Belly, inhale all the way top of the chest. Okay. Hold, take a small sip and maybe take another one if you can, and then exhale from your chest all the way down to the belly. Exhale. And now ask away, ask a question from the Angel Answers by Radleigh. All right, here it comes. The answer is yes. Okay. And does it pertain to romance? Perhaps. Is that what you guys were asking about? There seems to be a lot about belief. And sometimes I understand that there can be a time devoted to pertaining patience to the wait. Okay, there's no waiting here. So even if you are waiting on a particular person, I hope that it's for a good reason, right? We do. We're not trying to be super facetious about it, but mainly what I want to say is there's no waiting for someone to acknowledge you. If you've acknowledged each other and you're giving each other space, that's different. If space is part of the time, then that's different. But maybe there was space needed. Maybe where this message goes is you haven't been waiting in this dramatic sense of the word where you were lamenting and your heart was breaking. Maybe your heart did break, but you've mended it appropriately without relying on outside sources, right? Thank you so much. One Hermetic Tarot for clarity. Wow. Yeah, Three of Cups, Lord of Abundance. So maybe this was someone who chose the proverbial third-party work community. So having fun, maybe people around them gave them opposing advice. Maybe you took opposing advice. Maybe this is you. Maybe you wanted to be part of a new society, a new community, and so you've moved, you've gone away, or they've moved, they've gone away, they've moved away from you. There is a truth that maybe could have been frustrating, but because of all the work that you've acknowledged and processed as far as like healing, the seat of the throne of air here, the Ace of Swords, tells me that maybe there is someone approaching you, someone new approaches you, where you could have been maybe still wondering if the old partnership had any substance left to it. It does give me like, wow, look, Ace of Cups. Okay. I didn't ask for clarity, but yes, I do want clarity on the why a yes in romance and Three of Cups. So Three of Cups could mean that the friendship moves to the next level, or that if we go back to the initial intuitive storyline that I was hit with, it could just pertain to like, this person chose their friends, this person chose their work, this person chose a third party that made them feel more youthful, more a part of the community. Maybe they didn't necessarily choose it, but they felt they had to do it, or they were given the advice. The suggestion was for them to do this. Although the Lord of Abundance, when it comes to the Three of Cups in the Hermetic Tarot, it is traditionally Three of Cups. It is the love of women, and that's like a softer approach to love. So like a caring, nurturing, softening into it. And I don't mean to say femininity is soft, right? But what I do mean to say is that this is a feminine approach to love, which could invoke or involve softening instead of the masculine, orderly, it has to be this way, or it must go this way, or this is the process, where I would read the opposing nature is a flowing, softer perspective, a flowing, softer approach. Like yesterday, I think we talked about the waves, right? Larger, longer lasting waves. Maybe you're used to making small splashes. Maybe you're used to lovers who make big splashes in the beginning and then that's it. Maybe you realize that you are that way. It could go all sorts of ways. And then here comes a Three of Cups that says, yo, you want to take it to the next level? You gotta like make it last, right? Because the Four of Cups is always like, I'm bored. Okay, well, you wanted to go big or go home. And, you know, when you're like pulling all the stops or pulling all the tricks, and like some of these other proverbs that I don't know about. Five of Wands tries to come out. It's like the yoga, like you could have been dating. I don't know. Maybe you're not even trying to date, right? More clarity, please. Yeah, the Three of Cups tries to come out once again. Yeah. Okay. Just like yesterday's message, Jupiter in Capricorn. I think that with everything that's happening in the astrology, with Saturn, Sun in Taurus, conjoining, meeting up with Uranus in Taurus, it's like you really are looking at what brings value, what adds value, and then also the choices, right? Because with the underlying Ace of Swords and underlying Two of Cups, it's like these are your choices. These are the choices that you continually make, right? And then so you have to look at how or why, what leads you to make those choices. And we have a very intelligent, very, it could be perceived as someone very cold, right? Like the Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, the fixed signs, Leo, but traditionally Aquarius, sometimes Libra, Gemini, right? This is very much the Capricorn moon, and then the upcoming Aquarius last quarter moon that squares with the sun. So all of these thoughts and patterns and summaries that you've been going through in your head over the last 2 weeks, even the last 4 months, even since the last fall, like here and there, now you're in this restart moment where you're like, there are certain things that you fought for. See, here we have the Three of Cups. It didn't want to go away. Here are the two different versions, right? from the Hermetic Tarot and from Matt Hughes, Ethereal Visions. Beautiful. Okay. I know I'm repeating the Ethereal Visions. I'm really in love with it. And then I have Mars in Leo, which Mars is in Leo. And that's coming out of the retrograde. And so is Venus. Venus is finally out of retrograde post-shadow. So is Mars out of retrograde post-shadow. It was in retrograde, or it was retrograde mostly in Cancer. And now it's out of its shadow period, its post-shadow period through Leo. It's still in Leo, but it means like for this, in our case in this reading, it just references the approaches that you've taken, why you've taken those approaches, and then what brings you to take those approaches in love, and then how you can actually bring a more feminine perspective or a softer approach that is longer lasting. Like, are you just fighting for it in the beginning and then it fizzles out? Are you more interested in the initiation, the start? Are you more a starter? Are you realizing that you like the start of the relationship sort of thing, and now you're addressing where you can make things last, how you can make the relationship last? Will it last? It says yes. Okay, don't forget that you are extremely blessed, and to make this last, you are doing well. You are looking at exactly where you've been cold, where you've gone, gray, what is it? Gray wall, gray rock, stone wall, gray rock. Okay. Maybe you've had to do that a lot, often as of late, but not to ghost, not to block, to seek answers from without around you. And now you come to find the battle's internal, okay? And the fight is spiritual. It is never done, okay? But this is about you not fighting for love anymore. You being open and ready to receive love, okay? The answer is yes. Congratulations. You're extremely effing blessed. Love it.